Clowns of the Square Table, and today we have a full guest group. We have Gorilla Crod.
Crod, yes.
Crod, not to be mistaken with the other one because we'll get sued. We have Klepto the Clown. Welcome to Klepto. And as you can see, he stole my gloves. They're somewhere around here, and I don't appreciate that at all.
Perfect.
And we are talking all things DC live action movies. Gorilla Crod, you've been in a few DC television shows, comics, and video games. So you know well about the DC universe. Is that not right?
Yes, I know pretty well about it.
So let's talk with some of the favorite DC movies out there that a lot of people don't know are actual DC movies. Two of them, one being V for Vendetta, is actually part of Vertigo, which is the adult DC. And one of your favorites, Watchmen.
Yes, very much. One of the very few 3-hour movies that I can actually sit through the whole thing of without getting bored.
Have you watched either of those, Klepto? Have you watched Vertigo, I mean not Vertigo, V for Vendetta or Watchmen?
No.
No?
You should watch Watchmen, definitely. Just be forewarned, there's a lot of naked Papa Smurf in it, also known as Dr. Manhattan.
And you enjoyed that?
Hey, I'm not confirming or denying anything.
Who's the creator of the show The Monsters?
I don't know.
Did you know Rob Zombie's taking that over?
We're not talking about Rob Zombie's monster movie. We're talking about DC, Klepto. We're talking about all things comic books. You had to have watched a DC live movie, had you not?
Yes.
Okay, which one have you watched?
Superman.
Which Superman? There's lots of Supermen.
First.
The original Superman?
Yeah.
With you know, the one and only, who was in the original?
Was it Christopher Reeve?
There you go.
Yes.
And the building that it was filmed in is abandoned.
Yeah, it's in Providence. Yep, it's actually in Providence, Rhode Island. That they didn't film it in it, but they used that as the actual Daily Planet. That's what they modeled it after.
So that's why it's called the Superman Building.
Exactly.
Ah.
You never knew?
Yes, I did. It was called A Joke.
Gorilla Crod, don't you try any of those mind stuff on us here because we're mindless clowns. You won't work.
I can detect that you have no mind in there.
Thank you.
Well, you've got a half a mind. This one, I don't even know.
Besides
It's
Watchmen.
better than your banana brain.
Yeah, banana brain.
Besides on the brain.
Besides Watchmen, what other DC movies have you watched that you enjoyed? Live DC
I
movies?
really loved Shazam. That was very fun, very funny and lighthearted. The Justice League from a couple of years ago that nobody seems to like, I guess, because they're doing an 18-hour remake of it. I did quite like that one as well. And going back to some of the 90s Batman stuff too, like with some of the ones with like Arnold as Mr. Freeze and with Danny DeVito as the Penguin, and of course Jack Nicholson, I'm sorry. Your stupidity is rubbing off on me. The one with Jack Nicholson as the Joker as well. Those are definitely classic stuff, especially with the villains as well back then. I really enjoyed those aspects. And also the one with Jim Carrey as the Riddler was also pretty cool.
You actually liked that one?
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't like that one.
I thought he did a good job.
They didn't like that.
Is he related to Dolph Ziggler?
I don't think
The
so.
Wiggler?
Well, we're all related, technically. Third cousins, not necessarily, but we're all technically related.
Now,
If you think
personally,
about it.
one of my favorite DC movies was the Christian Bale Dark Knight series, Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises, and those are my favorite. I believe Heath Ledger did a bang-up job as the Joker.
Yes,
Why
he
does it look like Batman and the Joker are a couple over there?
Maybe they are.
DC is one of the most diverse companies out there as far as comic book goes. They are very much into the LGBT club community. Sorry, not club. I guess you'd call it club. And they are very much into equal opportunities for everybody, which is one of the reasons I like DC a lot. Now, like I said, that's one of my favorite. I think Heath Ledger mirror image the Joker is the best. I know a lot of people like Jack Nicholson, and they like this other Raheem, whatever his name is, that plays the new Joker, which I was not a fan of the new Joker at all. I thought it was kind of stupid. I couldn't get over the guy's voice, and the paint was kind of dumb. If you want to get, we can't really go into the cartoons because we'll be here forever talking about that.
Yes, and we have an 8:30 reservation.
Yes, we
so
do have an
cannot
8:30
stay
reservation.
Too late.
But we would be here forever talking about that, so we can't.
Yes.
Now, one of the reasons we're filming the DC one is for the excitement of the new Justice League, which is coming out, which we're going to talk a little bit about the old one. Steppenwolf as a villain, main villain. One of the reasons I think that it did so poorly is no one knew who the hell that guy was. And everybody was expecting Darkseid because it's Justice League, and he's one of the major villains inside there, Darkseid right there.
Yeah.
And
Just
they
don't
didn't
show
get
me-
him.
Sorry.
They showed his soldiers, they showed his boom cubes, but we didn't get him. And I guess in the 4-hour extension, which is coming out, which is supposed to be totally revamped, that they're going to be doing, Darkseid will be in it, along with some other characters that weren't in the original Justice League that they're going to be bringing in this one.
It's good that they're showing Darkseid, just don't show the dark side of his moon.
Gorilla Grodd, how long did that take you?
I thought of it pretty quickly.
Yeah, you probably stole it from this guy right here, Klepto.
No, he's the klepto, he's the one that steals.
Yeah, where are my gloves?
They're in his ass.
They are not occupying that area, nor is a banana for later, as well as not occupying that area.
Oh, it's not.
No.
Now, what are some of you, now, I know you hate The Flash, because that's your arch nemesis.
Yes.
Let's go off books here and see, what is one of your favorite DC live characters?
Well, obviously Shazam, I mentioned that. Cyborg as well, who I'm close personal friends with Cyborg that you happen to hang around with as well, so that is very cool. And you know what? Wonder Woman is pretty hot.
Yeah, but the Wonder Woman 2 movie, horrible.
I did not see that one yet.
That is a pile of trash.
Wonder Woman 84.
That is worse than the Batman versus Superman movie, which I personally liked up until they should have cut it right when Batman, let's face it, he beat Superman in that movie. They should have cut it right there and then left the Doom out of there, because Doom himself, Doomsday, has a 3-part book where 3-part series which extends from him killing Superman. And that should have been a movie all on its own. They shouldn't have added this into the Batman Superman thing, which is, I think, where they screwed up. And a lot of fans know they screwed up with that. Now, as far as Aquaman, awesome movie. If you haven't seen that one, that's a great movie. The original Wonder Woman that came out, not Gail Kim, not the original Wonder Woman, but the Wonder Woman one that came out, really good. We all know the Green Lantern movie was not that good. However, I enjoyed it. What did you think of the Green Lantern movie?
That's one that I have not watched yet.
Oh, we're going to have to actually watch that with us when we go inside to get ready for going to the restaurant for tonight, which we have reservations for. What is one of your, besides yourself, we'll go to you next. What is one of your favorite DC characters, that superheroes? You're a villain. Batman? How does a clown like Batman?
You don't like Batman?
No, he beats us up!
So you were rooting for Superman.
I am rooting for Superman to beat him up.
What, Stuperman?
Oh, don't you go starting on Grimlock's page there. He's the one that calls him Superman. You're just mad because he beats you up all the time.
No, I'm just mad because I got to admit my least favorite of the DC movies I've seen was the Superman Man of Steel, or Superman Man of Product Placement.
Wow, he didn't like that one.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid when you've got someone taking a picture in the dark and everything's all dark except for the bright light, the bright white Nikon logo. The product placement, as I said, really brought me out of that movie. Like when they're in the dusty old town and all the shops are like old-timey looking, except for the bright Sears logo right there. It kind of takes you out of the moment. Plus, it was a bit too long, I would say.
Yeah, I have that comic book from Sears that was free. I have that in my collection because they were one of the sponsors for the movie. But I do own that book there. Now, my favorite, I have to say, is still The Flash.
Oh, wow.
And I'm looking forward to the Flash movie that's coming out. If you guys have never watched the television shows, which that's a whole nother series that we could talk about down the road.
Sparky.
Flash was actually one of my favorite TV shows, and inside the Flash, they do the multiverse. They bring in the movie Flash, interacts with the TV Flash. It was incredible. Now let's talk villains. Besides yourself, what is one of your favorite villains from a DC movie?
Well, I will give you clowns some props. The Joker, depending on who's playing him, but yes, as you mentioned, Heath Ledger did a great job, as did Jack Nicholson, and that's definitely one of the more iconic DC villains out there. So I would definitely put him up there. And I got to say, I was mentioning some of the ones from the '90s earlier. I forgot, just for the hot appeal, Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy back in the day.
Yeah, she was hot.
Yes, that was very hot.
I don't know the young lady that played Catwoman in the newer Batmans, but she was gorgeous.
Oh yeah, Catwoman.
Barrymore.
Huh?
Barrymore.
No, that was actually
No,
that
was
movie.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry sucks. That movie sucked. If you guys were ever checking her out during the movie, you were actually checking out a dude that was doing the stunt doubles. And they just pasted her face over the stunt double part. What's one of your favorite DC villains?
I don't know. I like them all.
You like them all?
That's a cop-out answer.
There's got to be one favorite.
Venom.
That's not a DC character.
Say Thanos.
That's not a DC character
I know,
either.
that's why I did this thing.
Bane? Oh, you mean Bane?
Yeah.
Bane's a good one. Bane's a Batman one. He's a good one, especially in the newer Batman.
Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze is a good one. My favorite, of course, is the Joker. And then it goes into the dark side, being my second favorite. I think he's next to impossible to beat. The only one that did defeat him in the comic books.
Mr. Grayskull.
No, although DC does run He-Man now, so maybe we'll get a He-Man movie coming from that. One can only hope. But no. But thank you once again for Gorilla Crod.
Oh, you're welcome.
Klepto, give me back my gloves.
They're up his ass.
They are not.
They are not.
And if I do not get my gloves back by the next one, there's going to be some problems. Do you want to return to the talk about Kong and Godzilla? Or?
Yes.
All right, we will do that. Do you want to return for that as well?
Sure.
All right, we will do that. All right, thanks very much. Peace out.
When your day is long this life.